Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Anthony. This is my POCD story, and I just wanted to make this video to help or encourage anybody that suffers with the same quote unquote mental illness or disorder. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about this, something that honestly was very difficult for me to come on here and to talk about, because of the stigma and the it holds, and how it's taboo, and like forbidden, and rightfully so, right? Because of many reasons, but still, man, I just wanted to come out here and show you that you're not alone. I just wanted to tell you my testimony, and especially someone who's a Christian and is part of the faith and who walks with Christ and suffers with this on day-to-day basis. So yeah, just to clear, just to get a little background story of how I came to the terms and realization of this is something that I suffer with. So I don't want to go too far back because this video could be 3 hours long if I go to like every detail. So I just want to give you a prologue real quick to I give you a story of how I came to the senses of where I realized, like, whoa, I suffer with this. So a long time ago, though, I was having these thoughts, and it was easy for me to brush them off, like I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then over the time, as it progressed, I never dealt with it. I never told anybody the issues I was having, and it got worse, right, over time. And during this time, I was and addicted to pornography also on top of that. And I gave my life to Christ about a year ago because of pornography. And all praise to Jesus Christ, but he saved me from that. And because I got tired, I was also depressed, I was full of anxiety, and I'm just giving you a little condensed version of my testimony, just so you could have more context of how I came to the terms of this thing that I deal with. And about a year ago in 2022, like around December, November, a year ago from today, I remember I gave my life to Jesus, and I was radically saved. I came to Jesus, man. I was just on cloud nine, man. I was on fire, and I'm still on fire, but like I was like radically on fire, like I look crazy. And about 6 months, it felt like, whoa, I had no issues, right? There was no problems for me in the world, like man, like this is it, like heck yeah, like I'm all out. I'm a ride or die for Jesus. And I remember, like 6 months in, I started getting trials and tribulations, and like symptoms of anxiety, and I'm like, that resulted in me in being stressed, causing me headaches and things of that sort. And then I remember I was like, I was rejecting it. I was neglecting it so bad. I was in denial. I was like, nah, you know what? Maybe it's just not, like this. Nah, this is okay, cool, whatever. Like everybody has this, like I brushed it off. And but I specifically want to tackle on POCD because of the taboo and the stigma it has behind it. That's why the reason I'm making this video. So I just want to stay on that topic for the sake of this video, because I can go all over the place, but I'll just be rambling on and on. But yeah, I just want to circumvent and come back to the point of this video, and that's because of POCD. So remember, I got saved, and then 6 months later is when these things just started creeping into my life, and I'm just like, dude, this is probably just an attack from the enemy, I started fasting, I started praying day and night. I started just going to church more, going to the altar more, just praying. This will go away. That's just an attack. It's just an attack from the enemy. This is just, obviously, I believe this thing, the root of it is spiritual. And I remember I was at this time I was dating somebody, not with her anymore. I was dating somebody, and I went with her family to go see the movie Sound of Freedom. And I remember just watching it, right? I'm like, oh wow, like I'm not sure if any of you guys watch Sound of Freedom and know what it's about, but it's about the exposing the child sex trafficking. Um, and I remember I was just watching it, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, my moral conscience knows it's wrong, you know, like, okay, this is wrong, like for sure. And this is like, I believe the Lord let me watch that movie for a reason, though, to expose something hidden deep down inside me that he wants to like work with me. But I remember just watching that movie, and I was getting distressed, you know, especially the scenes where they start to kidnap the children and things like that, and then and knowing what they're gonna do to them behind the scenes and stuff. And I'm like, oh damn, I started getting distressed. I'm like, okay, this is natural, you know, like my morals, my intuition, my moral conscience is telling me, okay, this is wrong, completely wrong. There's no justification for this. But then my anxiety, the way my body was responding was like, what the freak? Like in a traumatic way, you know? And I'm just like, dude, I just felt heart palpitations coming in. I just felt like, I don't know if you guys had that same feeling too, but just going down my arm all the way down to my finger. And I'm just like, shortness of breath. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, chill out, Anthony. Like, chill. And that's when that fear started coming in. That was my first instance. I'm like, dude, what the freak was that? And fast forward, this is when the thoughts started amplifying like never before, because I started questioning myself after that. And then I'm like, nah, I'll go away, you know? And I'm like, okay, just calm down, Anthony, just calm down, man, everything's gonna be okay. And fast forward, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, you know, I'm gonna deal with this, I'm gonna be macho, I'm gonna be a man. Like, nah, what the heck are you doing, Anthony? Like, you're crazy, man. And one day my sister came over. She brought her niece, her nephew, sorry, her son and her daughter, which is my niece and my nephew. And I was with my older brother, and we're just hanging out, you know, just chilling, having a good time. And I'm not sure how old they are. My niece is probably like 10, 11. No, probably like 9, or I don't even know, but they're young. And then my nephew is probably like 4 or 5. And I remember I was teaching my niece guitar, and then I was like, what the? And then, mind you, nothing was happening at this time. And then it wasn't until she started getting close to me, I started getting distressed, like fearful. I'm like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, why am I having these thoughts? Like, it's not normal. It's not natural. And I started getting fearful. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, like, I gotta stop. Like, this is not right. Like, this is something that should be normal. Like, an uncle bonding with their niece. Like, this should be normal, you know? And so fast forward, you know, I decided to go relax in my room and just lay down in my bed. And I'm like on my phone, you know, scrolling. I forgot what, through YouTube shorts or something. I don't know. And then she came to lay down next to me, and I'm like, oh no, I just got so much anxiety, so much fear. I just got a fight or flight response, and I immediately chose flight. I just got up out of my bed, not in an obnoxious way, in an obnoxious manner. I'm like, I just got up, didn't say nothing, and I just immediately got up, rose up from my bed, and I just dashed out the door, and I went to the living room or somewhere else. I couldn't. It was just such a heaviness on me, and just, it was so stressful, man, that where I'm like, and I was started hyperventilating, man. I'm just like, dude, what's wrong with me, man? And I was like, no, dude, this is not right, man. And from that day on, it made me question so many things. And from that point, that was like the reference point to where I started digging more about myself, and I started questioning myself more and more. I started questioning my faith too. You know, I started questioning my identity in Jesus Christ. And I was like, dude, what the heck, bro? That's not normal, bro. Like, that's not right, bro. And then I started researching more. Like, am I a pedophile? Like, is this is what I am? Then, all right, so be it, bro. Like, I don't want to lie to myself. I just want to be real with myself. And I started researching this thing, and I seen POCD, and I'm like, what the heck? It intrigued me. I'm like, okay, POCD, pedophilia, obsessive compulsive disorder, the fear of becoming a pedophile. And then I started seeing the symptoms, you know, certain habits that come from it. And I'm like, dude, this is me. But then also, you guys know, like, the other part of you is like, no, what if I am one? And that scares you, right? Because just that little increment, that little small percentage is what scares you, because you're like, there's a possibility that I might be one. But then yeah, I started researching more and more. I started digging deeper, and a lot of things I realized is that a lot of it comes from childhood trauma. I feel like this is gonna click on a lot of people right here, man. I feel like this, just by saying that, a lot of stuff's gonna manifest. And I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna be genuine. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be vulnerable, man. This is when I started digging deep into my past. And I believe the Holy Spirit or Jesus Christ allowed it to happen, man. And he's bringing me here to help out other people and to expose something that a lot of Christians are suffering with and deal with it. It's not talked about. And honestly, it might not ever be talked about, man, because the fear of rejection, man, the fear of criticism, right? Ever talking about that? But all of us need help, especially in this walk with Christ, man. And I just want to tell you, they're not alone, man. And yeah, I started digging deep into my childhood trauma, and I realized, I was looking back and I'm like, I was in denial for a long time, you know, because that was my coping. I'm like, okay, maybe if I don't believe it's real, it won't be real, you know? And that was dangerous, though. That was so dangerous. And I remember I was sexually abused as a child. I don't remember exactly how old I was. I was probably like around the age of 4 or 3. From 3 to 5, I'd say like 3 or 5 years old. And that's when I realized, like, because a lot of people ask me, how do you remember your childhood, like from 3 to 4 or 5, like so vividly? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I just have a super good long-term memory. I don't know. And that's when I realized, like, oh, wow. I was sexually abused as a child, and I never said anything about it, because at that time I thought it was normal, right, in my head. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I was just innocent. My innocence was stripped from me. I was supposed to be protected as a child, man, and evil, because of the evil acts of different people, I already forgive them in my heart, man. But because of that, man, it affected me in such a traumatic way that it developed into this OCD, this fear, man. And I believe there's other things too, not just that, but that's definitely the root cause of it. And it developed, and I never learned to manage with it. And also too, neurologically, I believe the pornographic addiction that I had amplified it even more, and it messed with my brain and destroyed it. But the Lord is already renewing my mind. But I believe that affected me in such a detrimental way where neurologically it messed with me, you know? And call it pseudoscience all you want, but a lot of the science, the mainstream science, man, it's so botched, and they never want to speak the truth, man. But a lot of these things are because of childhood trauma and developmental issues, man. And it's being exposed more and more day by day, man, through whistleblowers, through many other people. But mind you, the mainstream media ain't gonna say the truth, bro. I'm sorry, I had a rant right there real quick, but something I had to let off my chest. But a lot of these issues, man, come from child abuse, bro, from specifically sexually, as a child, man. And a lot of that is a root cause, man. It's undealt with, man. And I just want to tell you, you're not alone, man. As someone who's a victim of it, I mean, not no more. I'm a survivor, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I still deal with the thoughts, man. They come and go. It's easier to. Nah, I'm not gonna say it's easier, but I definitely have grown stronger mentally to deal with it. It has affected me in so many ways, though. Like, it's hard for me to keep a job. It's hard for me to keep relationships, because I'm just in constant like stress and agony, man. It's just, I mean, like, honestly, it causes me so much headache, so much stress, man, so much shame, so much guilt, to the point where I'm like, dude, I can't even go to church sometimes, man, because I just feel so ashamed, man, because I'm just like, dude, why, like why, how are people gonna look at me? What are they gonna think about me? But I'll let you know right now, man, not everybody needs to know your thoughts, man. If you have someone close to you, someone who you could like be open to, who's open-minded and who could listen to you, hear you out, then talk to them, man. Like, for me, my older brother, he's a devout Christian also, but he's so open-minded, he's so understanding. He didn't criticize me at all. He just heard me out, and he's like, he did reassure me, he's like, you're not one, bro. Like, I know you, bro. You're not one. But I just want to say, you have someone close to you who you can talk to about this openly without any criticism or backlash, then talk to them, man. Or even talk to a therapist and and speak to them about it, and one that you can trust a little, like, to tell them about it. And there's no shame in seeking therapy, even medication if you need it, man. But first and foremost, make sure Jesus Christ is the foundation of it, and because this is a spiritual battle too, man. And there's other components that play a significant role in this, such as neurologically, spiritually, emotionally, all sorts of things, man. But yeah, you're not alone, man. And if you're dealing with this too, man, just wanted to let you know that I understand where you're coming from. This thing sucks. It sucks so bad. It makes you feel like you're a monster, man, but you're not. You're not a monster. One thing that helped me understand is whenever I would avoid it. I was being an avoidant. So, for example, if I'm gonna go, say, like, I'm gonna go visit my sister, I'm like, dude, like, oh shoot, okay, go visit my sister. I'm gonna try my best to avoid her children. I'm gonna try my best to not even get close to them. I'm gonna just be in my own space. I'm gonna try my best to avoid them at all costs. Or other situations too, like go to the grocery store. I'm like, dude, just looking at a child, I'm just like, I get stressed. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why? And then, like, no, okay. Hopefully there's no child in this aisle or something, like, you just get that fear, man. I'm just like, dude, what is this, man? This thing sucks. But you know what the other stupid part of this thing is too? So the other night, I was just on YouTube. I forget exactly what it was, but I think I was watching a father and their daughter just bonding, they were just joking around. I forgot what they were doing. And I'm just sitting there, man. I'm getting freaking baby fever, like father fever. I don't know what you want to call it. And I'm like, oh man, like, damn, bro, I can't wait to be a father type stuff. And I'm just sitting there. unconsciously, you know, like thinking normally for once. And I'm like, oh, heck yeah, bro. Like, that's so funny. Like, that's cool, man. Like, oh, man, I'd love to have that one day, man. Be a father to my children. And then I'm like, wait, for once, my brain thought normally. For once, my brain responded appropriately and not in a fearful flight manner, anxiety inducing heart palpitations, just, you know, just pulsating, and me just questioning myself, ruminating on it. But no, for the first time, man, I had a genuinely normal response to it. And I'm like, it hit me for a little bit. I had a bit of an epiphany. I'm like, dude, it brought joy to me though. It brought so much joy. And I remember just like, what the freak? For the first time, bro, I thought normal. For the first time. But then this sneaky little thing comes back and it's like, wait, hold on. You're supposed to be scared of this. You're supposed to be scared of this. And then it came back and I'm just like, but to be honest, man, I had such a victory, man, where I'm just like, I'll take it. That let me know that you're not a monster, and you truly, deep down in your heart, you truly desire to love children for the way that they are, man. They're such innocent and precious children made in the image of the Lord Jesus Christ, man. And you see the purity in them, man. You see even the Bible says, you cannot enter my kingdom if you do not become like this child. And you can see it, man, because they're so wonderful. They're so precious, man. And they illuminate the character of Jesus, man, of who he is, man, where he's so kind, man. He's so benevolent, man, and he keeps it, and he's real too and genuine. That's what kids are. They're real, they're genuine, man. You know that they have no filter, man. And it can go on and on, bro. But that's when it gave me hope. It gave me joy. Because I'm like, whoa. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share that to you guys. And it's a battle. It's a battle, most definitely. And you're not alone, man. If you want to talk about this, I'm open. You could comment down below. And tell me about any issues you're going through. I can help you out. You can even help me out, man. Yeah, it's something that sucks, because it sucks so bad. And one more thing, I was even telling myself, man, and I was like, let me tell my brother this. I was like, dude, this thing sucks. This is like the worst of the worst you can be, man. That's why your OCD, it clings onto it, bro, because it's the worst fear, especially something that's sexual, bro. Like, your brain doesn't know how to respond, so it responds in that manner. It's like, hold on, wait, he just got scared to that. Okay, let's fire up, and then you just start clinging on to it more and more. No matter how hard you try to fight those thoughts, they just don't leave, man. But yeah, but over time it got easier, it got better. And seek help if you really need it. And I even told my brother too. I was like, dude, this thing sucks, bro. Like, I'd rather be, I know this is horrible too. But this is evil too. Like, but I even told myself, dude, I'd rather be I'd rather commit mass genocide, bro. Which is honestly evil too, but the point is I'm trying to make, bro, is I'd rather do that than ever hurt a child, man. But But yeah, man, this thing sucks. Just wanted to give some encouragement of faith, man, that if you're questioning your identity in Jesus Christ because of this, man, don't question it, man. This thing sucks, man. Don't get me wrong. There's even some days where I question the Lord and I tell him, I get bitter, I get resentful towards him. I'm like, Lord, how can you allow me to go through this? How do you expect me to follow you to my fullest potential when I suffer with this? How do you expect me to have a relationship with you, Jesus Christ, when this thing is just messing with me, tormenting me day by day, and it's difficult. It's so tough, man. How do you expect me to function in this world? The spiritual walk is already tough as it is, man, and the world on top of that, it sucks. People and this thing just even makes it even more difficult, man. I'm just like, dude, I have those times, man, where I'm like, dude, I give up, man. Like, I don't care no more. But then there's times where I'm just like, the Lord reminds me, like I am your strength, and that he is my rock, he is my foundation, that he will sustain me. There's even the verse that says, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And you're not alone, man. Just get up, man. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. I know it sounds cliche, man, but just wanted to share this with you, man. If you have any questions, man, it seems horrible, man, and I don't wish this upon anybody. This thing sucks. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, all right? I love y'all. Continue to keep your head up. You will walk and not faint. You will run and not be weary, man. So keep your head up, man. This thing's hard, I know, but just want to let you know right now, too, the Lord Jesus Christ, he doesn't condemn you. He doesn't see you different compared to anybody else. And yeah, don't let this discourage you, man. Don't let this hold you back. I'm in this fight with you guys, man, and I love y'all. Until next time, peace out, y'all.